Okay, welcome Sunshine community for the multiple time. I don't know. We've had some matches this tourney already. Uh, some good ones, some bad ones, and I think Popo versus ShadowFrost is going to be a pretty decent one. Uh, Frosty has been doing some scrims with Linky, I guess, for a while ago. I don't know how much he's been playing recently, but it's still he still has some experience, so he will probably not falter as one of the newer participants in bingo tourneys. Popo, on the other hand, has participated in a lot of them recently, starting in the 2v2 tourney in 2018 together with Reed, where it was expected from them that they might be a strong team, but pretty wild card since they were pretty inconsistent back then. And now, I would say Popo has shown to be the more solid link in Team Repo in terms of bingo. So Popo has been quite the dangerous player, I would say. You can't disrespect him, and if you do, you might actually lose. No matter how confident you are, you can't underestimate Popo, which makes him personally a dark horse to not win, but to go rather far into the tourney, or even at least top 8. Maybe he will drop out earlier than that, but who knows. What Frosty? I think Frosty is around 20th seed or something. But as said, he has 120 experience. He has like a 330 time. I think he has a pretty decent 80% time with 120. He has also done a few bingos and I think learned a little bit of that. So he should know his stuff. His routing is still unclear how good it actually is, because the only turn he has participated in were the 2v2 tourney together with Linky, bingo veteran, and the beginner 1v1 tourney, which I don't remember how well he did in. So we will have to see how he can match up against Popo today. As far as it's concerned for the tourney, I think it's still round 1 matches, and there aren't that many left. When I look at the bracket, there are actually more than I expected. There are still matches like Deathline against Arceus, Danny against Jukatar, Pogo against Zophos, Jeff Compass against, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Embotcher, and Reed against Papuccino, and there aren't that many close ones left. And I think that this one might even be one of the better quality matches that we have seen from both players. It won't be. I don't expect it to be a hard stomp by Popo, because I think Frosty is smart enough and good enough at the game to not get rolled over, and Popo is also not the most dominant player either. So Oh yeah, and Popo and ShadowFrost are probably better bingo players than uh, some other players from other matches, uh, where you end up wondering what the hell is happening and question like every decision. I watched yesterday's match, Snap against Altme. That was infuriating. I had to mention that. That was actually. I expect way better matches today, and I expect a pretty good match right now. So, in this tourney, still we have some uh, new goals as opposed to in other tourneys, like pass through 5 doors in Serena, which includes door clips and just regular going through them. And I think not that many, except for the dual goals, which is on this card 150 from Delfino or 50 yellow coins from 2 levels, which is a pretty interesting goal because it just doesn't give you a lot of info. There are some good ones that give you enough info, like Bianco 6 Reds Hoverlist or 6 Shines from Gelato, but there are some that are very like non-telling, like 150 Delfino or 50 yellow coins from 2 levels. That's actually pretty infoless. Generally, Bianca has been pretty strong on these cards, and late game, like Noki, has been rather weak. Although Pinner has been pretty decent on many cards, to say the least, and usually could be considered high priority, except for some players who don't bother going into this, even though it has like ton of goals. Either way, looking at this right now, Pinner is actually pretty decent. At least early Pinner, since there are a lot of hiddens and I think red coins, or rather at least 3 red coins, and the hidden in Pinner specifically, which makes this pretty strong. 5 bluebirds is also a good incentive to go into Pinner, and ride 2 Yoshis, and I think that's it. Yeah, Lynx is also still on the card. So that's pretty strong. And other than that, blue coins in general is always a good option. There are 3 totals, with 80 totals being the highest. And bosses, links all synergize pretty well with the blue coin totals, since you can roam around, just enter one world, collect blues, collect the links, get one boss, and dip out. Since boss shrines are usually the first ones, but you can't get 6 bosses by just going defeating the first boss of every world. But there are 6 shines from Rico, which is a good boss synergy. There are 5 from Bianco, which is a good boss synergy. Defeat Wiggler is also a good boss synergy. PD2 is not viable early, but a decent option at one point, since there is Shamario and Bianco on this card. So you want to get into late game, bait Bianco rather, at one point or another, unless you can win without it, which is perfectly fine. When I look at this card some more, the regular Rimaldo stuff, except for blue coins, is not really strong. There are 3 Fruit Ladies, which is also low progression, but 115 Delfino isn't that strong on this card, since you don't get a lot of value from Noki. In fact, you get no direct value of it. There are a bunch of blues that are pretty fast and shines for 3 from 4 that could be pretty useful. But when 150 Interfino isn't as strong when there are no it isn't as strong when there are no lives, no Interfino shines, anything else. So you would maybe opt for 50 from 2, but that as well is pretty weak on this card since it's mostly just a hints, boss, and blue coins or links card from the looks of it. So I assume you can actually just go do the blue coin, just do the remodel and collect blue coins, or you can focus on hints and bosses.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mesh, pal. Your first job's to get rid of all that ugliness.
I think I will not be alone for much longer because I will be joined by the competitor of this tourney, JJ, a 7th seed, and quite quite a fan of bingo despite not playing as much. Not a bingo maniac, but definitely a bingo happy guy. So yeah. Uh, Popo starting with Beach Shine that usually is a Rico Rush if you are not confident in your DeLorean skills, and maybe a Gelato Rush since 2 hints in Gelato is actually a viable option, I would say.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Otherwise, it could also just mean nothing else. Yeah, it probably just is Gelato or Rico Rush at this point. Which is fine. Rico has only one direct goal, but it's actually much stronger on this card than one would think, since these are still fast shines and you might want to look into Pinner. And it has a ton of blue coins, it has boss shines, and an early hidden, which is pretty fine for 5 hiddens. Though it's not as strong as, for instance, Bianco. Although Bianco Rico is also a decent play with enemies and turbos, but you might want to look at roaming around more.
Hello.
Welcome, JJ. Were you able to take a look at this card?
I got a small look. I saw that there are a bunch of blues, but other than that, I don't know like what else is good. I haven't taken a massive look at it yet.
Yeah, blues or generally is quite the Roman goal, and they are pretty like. So there are a lot of goals that just require rather low level progression. With like bosses, you can get early links. 3 from 4 isn't that much of a commitment.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are a lot of options that you can go for early.
Are there hiddens? There are. Okay. Because I saw
there
7 shines and a secret, so that'll work well.
Yeah, they are pretty strong with 2 hiddens in Gelato, in Pinna, and 5 hidden totals.
I'm assuming whoever will go Pinna will also get the 5 linked as well. And I'm pretty sure I saw Popo get the linked already.
Yeah, 5 and 8 links is also kind of a strong option, but 5 links isn't necessarily a Pinna goal. It's also a blue coin goal if you go for them early. So Frosty is actually collecting 50 coins in Delfino already, which on this card, I said it was not that strong of a goal, but maybe he plans to do this with rushing Gelato with that.
If he rushes
Not
Joao, that won't be horrible. Because his 3 shines now, if he gets 50 coin, yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
although this plaza state that he's in right now has less blues, so it's not less coins in the sewers and all, which makes this not as fast. Rimado is actually a pretty big hater of that, but it's not the biggest deal, I would say.
As shown in my last bingo match, I don't know much about like everything behind Delfino hundreds. Like, are there like like less coins in different like Delfino stages or Delfino loads?
Yeah, there are like coins missing in the sewer. In
Okay.
some lines, there are only like 5 or 9 or 8 coins instead of like 10 or 9 in the squares.
Okay. Does seem to finish it off. Meanwhile, Popo's getting some blues.
Mm. The hundreds is actually a pretty decent Delfino shine. It's kind of underrated as one, since hundreds sounds really slow, but when you combine this with other Delfino shines, it's usually pretty fine.
Mm-hmm.
So Popo is doing blues, one of the expected strong starts.
Yeah. There's only a few.
And
There's a few goals with blue coins. Just a few.
yeah, some. There are always 2 totals on every card, and there is a 1 in 5 chance that there are also 80 totals on the board.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious if he's gonna like stick him Rico to get 5 enemies.
That's definitely a play. Enemies is a pretty... Like, 5 enemies is pretty interesting, since there are 2 main options. Yeah, 2 in Bianco, 3 in Rico. Or... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and just like getting progression in Rico is also good because 3 from 4 and 6 shines.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the other enemies option would be 4 from Rico and either 1 in Pinna or Gelato, depending where you go. And that would mean that you would have more Rico shines, and with Bianco not being the most broken here, it's actually a pretty fine option to go further into Rico.
Yeah. Now, from what it looks like, ShadowFrost might be entering Rico as well. We'll see.
He's at least unlocking Rico.
Yeah.
He clicked off 150 early, which is fair because it's a goal you can get early, and you have no info on Popo. But even though this 150 is weird as information, since it's been so early, I doubt Popo thinks it's 50 from 2 levels.
Yeah.
So Popo knows that Frosty got some Delfino shines.
Yeah.
So he might not even want to contest Hiddens or Pinner anymore as a result. It surely depends on what Frosty shows after, but...
Yeah, with just unlocking Rico, seems like he has a plan on going straight to Pinna. Because he has 5 shines already, right?
Yeah, he should be having some shines, for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking at Ramado, like, you could have, like, went Pianta, grabbed 50 coins and links, and then went to Bianca or something.
That's true, Yeah, I didn't consider combining 50 yellows with tolls. It's usually like... It's usually a synergy you think of, or at least I think of, when it's hundreds, but 50 yellows seems always kind of weird, since you never like commit for 100 shine, you just get 50 yellows and then dip.
Yeah. Nice Beyblade from Popo.
Yeah, that was a pretty good recovery, and now I'm wondering if Popo decides to collect more shines in Rico, or just get the 4 enemies, finish Rico 4, and then go to Gelato.
Yeah. Yeah, ShadowFrost and Gelato now.
Mm. It makes sense to to enter Jaws, since 5 bluebirds and 2 hints in Gelato is a pretty neat synergy, especially since the hints and Gelato are actually pretty fast as shines, so getting to Pinna with them is definitely not an issue. Mm. There could also be the option for Popo to just get the enemies and then continue with Rico, but as mentioned before, this card seems more of low-level commitment. You don't want to go deep into a world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for like Rico is fine, but I think it would be too early to go get those 6 right now.
Yeah, Rico's one of the ones that makes sense because, like you said, not immediately, but there's 2 bosses when you're going for 6 shines for free. That's like the main thing you really want progression for. That, and I guess 8 linked. I don't know if 8 linked needs a lot of progression.
The interesting thing with 6 from Rico right now is there are still 5 hints and 6 bosses on this card, so you can do something like get 1 hidden, 1 boss, get both hints, or get all 3 of these shines,
Yeah.
which would make you have 7 shines from Rico, which is a bit overkill, but when you want 6 bosses, 5 hints, it's definitely necessary.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're getting a point-like shine. It is helping towards something else. So if you get an extra shine, it's not the worst situation. And
Yeah,
Rico
that's
has
true.
fast shines anyways.
Yeah, even another option would be getting Rico 6 instead to unlock like a little ease for 2 turbos, since 2 turbos is actually pretty meh world if you don't want to go deep into Rico. But once you have it, you can enter Bianco, and it's pretty early in Bianco. How did Popo not get these 2 coins before?
I'm curious. I have no clue.
These are usually the ones you get in almost any case if you get the linked.
No, I don't think he's got enemies yet, so I don't think that's one of his priorities. Unless I'm wrong.
Oh, he collected all enemies in Rico 4.
Okay.
So Frosty will have no information still on Popo for at least 1.5 minutes. When Popo would click 6 from Rico possibly, or yeah. So yeah, he doesn't know where Popo is, which makes this a little bit scary, since he could be in like almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Except for Gelato, obviously, since Frost just got this. So what is Frosty's plan right now?
He's staying in Gelato. That's interesting. Probably for
Oh,
Wiggler.
that's an option. I expected him to get into Pinna actually.
That's
Five
what
bucks.
I was thinking. Was like just get Delphina Shines with the linked, and then
Yeah,
just go Pinna.
yeah, linked Pinna, the hidden Pinna, 5 hiddens, 5 bluebirds.
Yeah.
Would have been pretty strong. But he's eyeing Wiggler, so I guess if you can, it depends. If you feel confident that you would win out to some golds like bluebirds anyway with Wiggler, then you can opt to do that, but Wiggler into Pinna Rush has not proven to be a good route.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Popo's delaying 6 shines from Rico.
Yes,
And he also did Rico 6, so he has that turbo unlocked. Or like he can get the turbo.
yeah.
I forgot there's also 3 red coin shines. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about them because I don't know. You would expect that someone would have might got this already.
Yeah.
It's actually like a pretty strong free reds rush is getting 2 Delfino reds and then getting the other one reds. And when Frosty did the 150, he could have actually just done this with the Delfino red. Or 2 Delfino reds.
Yeah. He did Pachinko, and he did Joel and Ren, so he also has 2. But
With Popo dying, unfortunately, and now missing
again,
the A button,
there's
it
no
will be
Lazarus, right? No, he's fine.
yeah, it will be a little bit harder for Popo to get free red coins, but Frosty isn't contesting for that, so
If ShadowFrost clicks this off as well, it's gonna give a lot of information.
yeah. But Popo will know that Frosty has 10 shines for sure, since
Yeah.
Wiggler and 2 Hiddens are 5 shines, and getting to Jala is 5 shines. So he might not be confident in winning Pinner then, even though Gelado is not a fun world, not a fast world to go deep in.
Yeah.
Frosty combining Wiggler with Lynx. Optimizing the Lynx shot. Misses it. Barely, that's actually pretty unfortunate.
Smart of him just like sticking with Wiggler though, because if he tried to go for the linked again, Wiggler, we would have no clue where he's going.
Mm.
Yeah, this is Popo's thoroughbred.
Mm. These particular strats have been interesting from both Popo and Frosty.
Yeah.
They could opted to collect the two in the green things early.
Yeah, so Popo's probably gonna delay this as well, seeing that ShadowFrost just clicked off Wiggler.
Yeah, although 3 reds is scary to delay.
That's true. Yeah, he's clicking it.
Mm. So Frosty has. Oh, Popo hasn't unlocked Gelato. So if Frosty gets this linked right now and enters Pinner, he actually might win to linked Bluebirds.
Did he get the birds in Gelato?
Good question. I would assume so, because of... I have no idea, actually.
Like, I don't remember him, like, unlocking or getting the Gelato hidden at all. So I can't tell if he did it.
Oh, he did the hidden, I know that, but I don't know if he actually got the Bluebirds.
Okay.
But since he's defeating the Bluebirds, I assume he did them. There wouldn't be much reason to go that deep into Gelato and just not get the Bluebirds. And
Popo getting
then
more blues right now.
40 totals is also a decent goal. It's the lowest totals and usually pretty fast.
That is Peanut Island. The villain's secret hideout must be there.
Power is still safe with the 6 shines from Rico Click. Wiggler and Hins means just a lot of time being invested.
Yeah.
Okay, so interestingly, the info Popo has shown right now is 3 reds and 5 enemies, and
That's really smart, actually, if you think about it.
yeah, because that could mean Bianco and Rico instead of Rico only. Although on the other hand, I think it's rather...
It could also mean, like, just getting that enemy in Pinna 1.
That's also true.
Oh,
But
Barry
it's
missing the link.
But it's still pretty deep into the bingo. It's almost 30 minutes in, and that's like a lot of time. So
Yeah.
Popo could still be anywhere. So I would say Frosty's in a pretty good spot. He's ahead in Pinner. He's winning 5 links. He might not win 8. He hasn't entered Pianta Bianco yet. And I think Rico. But he has the lead in Pinner, which is pretty huge. Early Pinner is definitely strong.
Yeah. Yeah, so Popo's definitely gotta get 40 blues.
Yeah, definitely. He has how many right now?
I think like 57 or something.
That's but Frosty's not even that far behind. 20 is not a lot, but you can easily get 20 pretty fast in a short amount of time.
What is ShadowFrost going to win by having the lead in Pinna?
Right now, there's still the 3 from 4 option. There is the hidden in Pinner. And I guess can molds is still a good option in general. Even though Frosty did Wiggler, he's still decent enough in shine counts. And competitive enough.
Yeah. And also, just ride Yoshi in Pinna 4.
That's true. Although he doesn't have a second world.
Well, Delfino counts as a world, so if you get Pinna and Pinna 5 and then Delfino.
True, yeah. I actually forget about this because I am not the biggest fan of Delfino being counted as a world.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
that's
the
cool.
weird situation where he counts a world but not a level.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. So I think Frosty has how much of a lead? It's definitely increasing since Popo is getting more blues, finishing out 40 totals.
Probably just over a minute, I would think. Maybe more. If Popo decides to kill Mole as well.
Yeah. Actually, if Popo decides to kill them all, it's probably like 1.5 minutes then.
Getting blues isn't a horrible option, because he's not far behind ShadowFrost on. How many shines does ShadowFrost? Yeah, he has the shine, so he can win Tanoki and get Canimals.
That's true. He actually has 17 shines practically, which is yeah, it's pretty. It's a good number. Popo decides to click off 6 shines from Rico. I don't know if that click was really necessary, but it's better. It's like always better to click this off before risking this unless you are very confident.
I think this is gonna work out really well for Popo if ShadowFrost clicks the one hidden immediate. Because he won't be in the hidden afterwards.
That's true. But Frosty, if he doesn't think it's delay click, he might. I think Frosty would click this off soon anyway, but it's still a possibility where Frosty would just delay this now a little bit and would maybe lose it even.
Yeah. Yeah, he just clicks it off.
Yeah, that's usually the safe option.
So this
If
means
you're
technically Popo has the lead in Pinot right now. Because I'm pretty sure he's entering Pinot 3 before Frosty.
oh no, he just finished Pinot 2.
Yeah.
Both are staying in Pinot. And now Popo has a lead to 2 Red Yoshi in 2 worlds. But Pinot doesn't have a ton of value anymore. If you want Yoshi to unlock Serena for the 5 doors, it's an option. But yeah.
Yeah, Romano's saying, like, Bianco is a very viable option to go right now.
I would actually agree. I think it's better for Popo right now than for Frosty. Although for Frosty it's also pretty decent. So yeah, I'm thinking about what like for Frosty, staying in Pinot isn't that strong. He got the free from Pinot already, and the only other things would be Ride Yoshi or a possible 2 turbo unlocks set up for later.
That could also be an option. When does Turbo unlock in Delfino? It's 25, right?
Yeah, it's 25, which is pretty late, but you need Yoshi to unlock it.
Oh, yeah.
You need Yoshi unlocked even, not just Yoshi unlocked in Delfino. I have to specify.
Yeah, if Popo, like, goes Bianco after this, it'd be really good, because he already has the Turbo in 7 for Rico.
So let's see. Popo has a pretty decent lead in 65 total, 80 total, and can modes. 8 links is it's up in the air. I think Frosty having the pinner links already with Popo having none is actually quite an advantage for Frosty. Popo's technically ahead in 3 from 4.
They're both going for Rad Yoshi. This is interesting.
Yeah. Both enter episode 2 for that?
It also exists in Fire. I don't know. I found that kind of funny.
I'm
I guess like they wanted to see the fruit easier.
oh yeah. I just saw. I completely neglected hundreds in a secret.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad option to do it in Pinna. You can unlock Yoshi during that. You get a shine from a secret, and that's it.
Yeah, like I don't think the 100 is like the right call here. Just because like it wastes a lot of time just for like one goal, I think. Maybe like adding to a second one. But Popo's just gotta get the hit in and he's gotta get just as much.
That looked cool. It didn't do anything because it's
Yeah.
still the same cycle. But what Pogo did was pretty cool. Uh, so Noki's off the board for Frosty right now.
Yeah.
Unless Popo actually doesn't do that goal. Gets a goal at least, so that's that eases the pain of the hundreds right now.
See, if I were in Popo's position, I would unlock Yoshi then trade. So I can go to Noki. Well, he only needs one more coin, even though it really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. When you have when there's no key necessary and no like 26 shines. Hopefully, Popo knows that that Delfino is the world, so
I'm a
that he
little
has,
nervous, but we'll see.
yeah. I think this is in the bingo FAQ. So it's always important to read that. Unless Popo knows, then never mind that. But if I was him, and I saw Pinna hidden clicked by Frosty, I would click right to Yoshi's if
Yeah.
in that case. Romano giving the inside info that earlier today Popo said that he didn't read the FAQ, so it's likely that he just doesn't know and thinks it's a world.
He just has to pray, or we have to pray that Frosty doesn't know either.
I mean, if you're rooting for Popo, then you have to pray
Yeah,
for
oh, beautiful Manta. I approve.
yeah. Not so beautiful anymore, but still pretty good first phase. How come that both players do pinner to Yoshi movement and break the box to get the M? Although Frosty already got it, so
Yeah, Frosty knows. That's really unfortunate.
yeah, Frosty's like an oh he has a stream now. Uh,
That's not going to be amazing. Unless he
mm,
only stays for the boss.
that's true. Although he's quite behind in bosses. He has 2, which is not too bad, but Popo has 4 now. I'm actually surprised. I thought like if Popo is very good at bingo, I would say. Like even a bit underrated by some players, and Frosty has some bingo experience and all, but I wasn't too sure. But now Frosty has a pretty good lead in in general. Like seven
Yeah.
7 clients in the secret is not secure, but Frosty's definitely in the lead. 5 hidden, Frosty's in the lead for. 3 from 4 is, I think, to be decided still.
Yeah, 3 from 4 is tied right now, I think. Other than Popo having the one shine lead.
You can clip or pass through 5 doors instead of to doing the wide turn thing, a wide cam thing, and clipping back inbounds or just dropping to the bottom floor. So you can do this in episode 2, but episode 3 is, I guess, safer.
And I feel like that was the main motivation as to why Popo went to Serena, because Yoshi's in Serena 3.
Yeah, I think that's he already thought it was in 2 worlds and got baited, or like not baited, but fooled by himself by not reading the FAQ. He knows that he can clip through the doors and it counts as passing, I think.
Yeah.
They have to be separate doors, or unique doors rather. So clipping with clipping through it and then going through it again is only one door. I'm pretty sure Popo has passed through enough doors.
I think that was his 4th. I think he needs 1 more, and if not 2 more.
Hmm. Popo.
Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah, that works, but like Paper mentioned, but of course Popo can't see, but there's an open door, non-locked door. And I'm pretty sure Popo has passed through like 7 doors instead of 5 at this point. He uses the banana now to clip through the doors. Yeah, or through the wall. It's actually a pretty neat idea.
Yeah, he can just go through that door.
Clicks this off. Oh, Popo.
Well, that's big brain. He just brought the banana up. I like it.
Yeah, that's true. he could have also just brought the banana, clip through with the banana, and then go get out of the room using the door again. But this also works, I guess.
Yay, Popo's going to Noki. If he goes to Bianco after this, I'll be happy.
Oh, yeah. Noki doesn't have much value except for Ken Mold, of course, as a direct value. And it's pretty fast world for 3 from 4. Which
And
actually
also,
this would be...
has fast blues as well, if you're getting bird hidden.
Never mind, what am I talking about? There's an early boss in episode 2, there's an early hidden...
Yeah.
yeah. It's actually a pretty decent world. So Frosty has 9 goals right now, so that logically means that he needs 4 more. And I wonder what the ones will be. 5 hiddens is Frosty's. The 3 from 4 will be Popo's. The totals will probably be Popo's as well. And bosses is kind of to be determined still.
Yeah.
I guess he's there for the hidden right now. Maybe wanted can molds, but now saw that Popo clicked the can molds and just decided to do the hidden.
Oh, this is Frosty's 5th hidden.
Yes, it is. Okay, Popo remembers that there are bosses on the card and decides to defeat the third blooper.
Frosty's doing Fruit Ladies like right now. I'm fine with this, I think.
Yeah, Frosty needs 3 more goals, and the Fruit Days would just logically remove move this to 2 goals necessary. And 8 links is still pretty Frosty favorite since Popo didn't get any links in Pinner. But for everything else, I feel like Popo is better set up for, except for
Set up for
Bianco.
a lot right now.
Except for Bianco, none of them have entered Bianco at all.
Yeah.
This is soon to be changed with Popo entering Bianco.
And this will
leaving...
get him 6 bosses as well, definitely. I think
Yeah.
Bianco 5.
Popo has 4 bosses. No, 5 bosses actually, with Manta.
He has 5, huh?
Yeah, so this is his last boss. He decides to do 5 from Bianca first, which is definitely fine. He doesn't know really where Frosty actually is. Since the last, like, yeah, Frosty picked 5 hiddens last, which is not a really telling goal. And before that, collect shines in a secret. That's also pretty
Yeah.
not a non-telling goal. So I guess Frosty's win con could be Fruit Ladies, then linked with totals. That's a fine win con. Uh, going into Bianca would have been a decent one, but Popo is already there. 3 from 4 should have been Popo's already. So Frosty might be able to cheat that, and ooh, that's an unfortunate durian. But Frosty might even get 3 from 4 if Popo just forgets about that goal and Frosty just commits to Noki right after that.
Yeah.
The Fruit Lady. That was sick durian. I usually hate it when that happens because
Oh yeah.
you don't talk to the Fruit Lady before. Yeah. Ooh, Frosty's also now going into Bianco. He's not too far behind for the Mario, but for 5 from Bianco, he's definitely behind. And what Popo might do is, instead of doing PD2, he might get the 3 reds instead. So Frost actually has a shot of winning Shamario and Bianco, depending on what both of them do.
Yeah. I'm also curious when he's going to get his 2 turbos. Like, he has them, but he's not getting them yet.
That's true, he can basically get them. Or, you mean Popo or Frosty?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Although Popo is quite far behind, so I think he has to do a lot.
yeah. I mean, he has Gelato 4.
Oh, true, Frosty has as well the ability to get 2 turbos. Dang, he's really well set up actually.
Yeah, this
Links
is
and
pretty much all
turbos.
based on what Frosty does, and then how Popo reacts. And I don't think he can react. That's
Yeah.
because Frosty could leave at literally any time and just get something else if Popo decides just to sit in Bianco.
Mm. Frosty can just generally set up for a lot of goals, like get some Bianco progress, then focus on blues, or finish the 8 links and get turbos.
I bet Frosty is assuming that Popo was only in Bianco 2 when he clicked off 6 bosses.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's this 3 from 4.
Frosty hasn't picked up the Bianco links yet, right?
No, I haven't seen him, no.
Maybe he wanted to get 3 for 4 or 6 bosses and progress towards that, but never mind, he's staying in Bianco and getting Bianco free, so... While Frosty has like a lot of options, he's right now more or less chasing Popo into Bianca, which is pretty Popo favored. He has a lot of blues. Turbo is open for both of them almost.
Yeah, how many link does Popo have? I think he had. This will be. I don't think he has links like at all.
He got the ones in Delfino, Rico, and now in Bianco, but I do not know if he got the Gelato one. He didn't get Pianta, since nobody of them entered Pianta yet. And he didn't get the... He didn't get all of the Pinner ones, at least. I hope he doesn't plan to get a linked with Bianco 7.
Oh man.
As cool as that linked is, it's not a good link to get.
Thing is, how greedy is Popo going to get? Because Frosty is gonna take the lead.
Hmm.
Except, no, wait, never mind, I'm dumb. Popo has Bianca 1. But,
Oh, for 4 shines, yeah, but I was thinking about Bianca Shell Mario, which is also a goal. No, it's important.
the thing is, like, I feel like Frosty might get scared off if Popo clicks off 5 shine.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's
By
gonna
the
get the turbo
time...
now. I think? No.
No, he's just getting more blues. Oh, Frosty. Frosty's thinking about
Frosty's
the Shell
trying to turbos.
Oh, that might be...
I
That
think
might
that's
be
gonna be game.
game. It
This is gonna be
depends.
close, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, there's actually... Oh, Popo might actually go for the turbo now.
But he got the 8 coins in Bianco, why? Like, he can't do anything after he gets the turbo, he has to exit area.
Yeah, probably wanted to commit to Bianco, but then realized that he might need the turbos instead. I think Frosty might be even greedy and tries to get a turbo with Bianco 6. Which honestly, it might work out. He might just be a bit scared and tries to set up for too much, but that can be detrimental.
I feel like the problem is, like, he just got this turbo. Why in the world did he go to Rico, all the way through Rico, to get the turbo, and now he's not?
Also true, I forgot about him having Rico open.
Like, what he really should have done is gotten the Bianco 4 shine, unlock this turbo, go into Rico, and get that one.
Oh, I'm 100% sure that... Not 100%, but like... Very sure that... Oh no, he's re-entering Bianca. Frosty might be ahead to 5 from Bianca now.
Not with this PD.
True. This is... Are we going to get like 8 links being clicked like an hour 10 into the game again?
Oh god.
I say this again, but I watched like one match back like, where 8 links was left on the board until an hour 10. It's crazy to see that a goal, a pretty easy goal, or like a fast goal, it's being ignored.
Yeah, I think Frosty's gonna have the lead if he just does Bianco 6.
He has the lead for Mario, but does he have the lead for 5 from Bianco? It solely depends on Popo and if he does Bianco 5 or Bianco 3 Reds. Entering episode 5 doesn't tell much because you can enter Bianco 3 Reds in episode 5. So this is now the deciding play. Okay, GG Frosty, unless he dies a bunch of times in Bianca 6.
Oh yeah.
This is probably it. To be fair, Popo has like there's a ton of stuff for Popo. He's like that far behind. Making the correct decisions is pretty difficult.
Yeah, he's doing like so many. He's just like guessed correctly where Frost.
Yeah, and even until now, he had a shot. Also, Frosty's securing a 5 from Bianca with this. He might be ahead to Shadow Mario still, getting Bianca 1.
Oh, he definitely will.
Depends on... wait. Yeah, probably. That's cool, Popo, but that won't when you get the game. But yeah, Popo's decision to get Bianca free reds is, or not getting Bianca free reds is unfortunately not the right play for Popo. But it's still, Frosty had a big lead, so Popo almost coming back from that deficit is pretty good.
Yeah, Frosty
Unfortunately,
just had so many early game goals, and that was like the thing that gave him the advantage. Is like you may win end game, but like if you just like give up so many early game goals, like you need to stop and predict where your opponent's going to go so many times.
mm,
Yeah, Frosty has
think,
like a minute lead.
yeah. Unfortunately for Popo, I think him not reading the FAQ and not clicking off right Yoshi in 2 words.
I feel like that decided it, yeah.
Yeah, that might have decided.
Frosty has 7 linked, I think, anyways, and there's one in Bianco's 7 if he doesn't win it, so.
Without Frosty dying, it's very safe to say that he will win Shadow Mario and Bianco.
Yeah. Unless he leaves, it goes to Pianta.
That'll definitely be quite a throw. That was actually a pretty long match. It was. I haven't watched all of the round 1 matches, but it's actually it was a pretty good match overall. It was pretty close.
That movement was so clean from Popo at the top area. I liked it. But yeah, GG's.
It was pretty close. It was not a bad bingo quality wise. There were definitely some decisions that could have cost one player the game, but there were a lot of solid ideas and solid routes.
Yeah, definitely.
We will see if if either of them want to talk to us. Yeah, and as Rumado mentioned, Bianco being ignored for a long time. Uh, Hello?
Oh,
Here they
GG.
are.
Oh,
So,
you guys like that almost comeback? Almost.
It was close. It was close.
yeah, the final nail in the coffin was you not going for Bianco free rides, which is it's a fair decision to go for PD.
Yeah.
It's really rough to know what to do when you're that far behind.
And also, Popo,
Oh,
very
but wait, Papa.
unfortunate situation about the goal that is called Ride Yoshi in Two Worlds.
Yeah.
Did you read the FAQ?
No, I didn't read the FAQ.
Yeah, that's
Actually, I did read
unfortunate.
the FAQ, but it said Delfino wasn't a world, but it wasn't for Yoshi. It was for something else. So I assumed that, you know.
Oh no, it said
Yeah, that
Delfino is a world, not a level,
Okay.
and
I
yeah,
got confused.
that's it's kind of vague. It's like the only goal where the difference is relevant, or where Delfino is counted in,
Mm-hmm.
and Frosty knew about that and secured the goal in that way.
Dang.
So,
It's
but
unfortunate.
Other than that, it was a really good race. I enjoyed it.
yeah, it was a pretty good match. Both routes made made sense, I would say, and there weren't like there weren't no other gameplay mistakes, or at least relevant ones. Maybe some minor hiccups.
Those Rico 4 deaths, man. That hurt.
Never mind. Yeah, that was rough. But
Insta that gelato one secret.
oh yeah. Either way, it was a good match. A good match. So,
Yeah.
uh, Frosty,
Tina
do you
has a
have?
question. Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. I was gonna say, Puppeteer has a question about Frosty. Why'd you start with 150 Delphine?
I wanted to do Pinna Rush, and I was like, all right, I wanted to collect Pinna, or at least Delfino Shines for that, and I was like, it's on there. I could just try it for now. And then I realized that there were way less coins than there normally were, so I was like, crap. That's I kind of forgot about that those a lot of the coins don't appear until later. But then I was already committed when I noticed that.
Okay,
That wasn't hard. It worked out well. Popo delayed 6 shines from Rico for a really long
I just let it sit there, dude. I was like, oh, he's in gelato. Ah, that's fine. Oh, he just clicked Boo Birds? Ah, they can still sit there. I guess I'll click it now.
So for either of you, when do you guys think like you could have done better in terms of routing? Like what would you have changed except for Popo and reading the FAQ more carefully?
Uh, Probably towards the end, I would have gone for the turbo nozzle earlier. Because I realized until later that I could have just gone for turbo nozzle unlocks and the linked blue coin pairs. But then I was just so focused on getting my Bianco shines. I was like completely thinking like I'll get that during 6, and then I saw Popo got it like after I could have already gotten the second one. I was like, yeah, should have probably gone for that first. That ending was just I started panicking towards the end.
time.
I don't know. I felt like I didn't even start playing even decently until the end there. I feel like the whole first half of this bingo was just Dookie for me. And I was playing like Dookie, so.
Okay, that's
Yeah, because like the majority of her route, I'm assuming, was based off of like getting the Penna with the 5 linked and 5 bluebirds, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like it
so
kind of worked out. You were like, what, like a minute and a half behind ish?
Yeah, if I felt like I shouldn't have done the Rico blues like that. I shouldn't have rushed blues that hard. At least in Rico.
Yeah, I mean Frosty like went for blues a little bit, right? Like you
Yeah,
weren't
but
hard focusing them.
no, I think at like 30 towards the end or something.
Yeah.
It was still like important for you to like get at least some. You couldn't really know where Frosty is, except for I think the only information you have is a bit of pinner and hiddens, which is not much. So I think Frosty, you will face JJ now.
Hi.
In
Hi,
your next
hi.
match. Yeah. What do you think about that matchup? And uh, will you take it home?
I know I faced JJ in the 2v2 tournament before, and that was like
You
almost a complete blowout.
you picked paper, and I was like off of there being told what to do. I have a very high feeling you're going to outroute me in the next bingo.
I'm not sure.
I'm
Like,
excited.
it's gonna be a good match regardless. Like, I definitely need to practice some of my strats. So, like, at one point I was in Serena, and I was like, "Yeah, I don't know how to do this doors thing. Yeah, whatever."
Mm.
Like certain tricks like that, I should probably look a little bit into as well. Just those few things that can come in handy for a next bingo.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and Popo, you will be sent to losers and face Ian first. And do you think you will be able to make a big losers run, or?
I'll try. I don't know if I can say I will make a loser's run, but I will definitely try, and I will definitely read the FAQ now. So
That's a good first step. That's a really good one. So, do any of our competitors have a final word to say?
Not really. GG's,
nope.
fun match.
Yeah. GG's.
Okay, with that, the next match will be at 3 p.m. today. Who will be facing? Pogo Nader versus Zofo, and a bit later that day, Daniel against Jukatox at 5 p.m. and at 8 p.m. Jeff Compass against the name I can't pronounce. I'm both sure. I'm sorry. And so stick around if, well, you know, uh, come back if you want to watch more bingo. If you just wanted to see this match, also fine. It was a good one after all. Thanks for watching, and GG to our competitors again.
Thank you.